The front of the Cairns Post tomorrow is an interesting one. Battle of the Wharves. Battleground has broken out on the Cairns Wharves as Labor and the LNP go head-to-head on infrastructure pledges. Leichhardt MP Warren Entsch wheeled in the big guns with Prime Minister Scott Morrison in Cairns to unveil a $24 million commitment to the Marine Precinct on Thursday. Caleb, what did you make of Morrison appearing in regional Queensland today? There was talk about basically calling inner city elites snowflakes. It was basically like Piers Morgan Uncensored, just on a soapbox to appeal to regional voters. Do you think this is going to, I mean, surely stumping up with some cash is going to help the re-election of the coalition in regional Queensland, where those seats are must win?
Yes, indeed, and I think the Prime Minister is right to be focusing on Queensland because, of course, Queensland is what won him the election in 2019, and he has to ensure that those seats that they took from Labor at the last election don't fall back to them, because this government was, of course, elected on that basis up in Queensland, because they weren't going to take away the jobs of coal miners and people who work in industry in rural and regional Queensland. But, you know, meanwhile, we've had discussions about net zero and whatever, so they may well be teetering on the edge. He has to keep them in check, and there's really no better way to do that than to say, well, have a look at Mr Albanese from the Labor left. Would you really trust that guy to make sure you still have a job? You know, the Prime Minister has to forget about inner city seats, and I hate to be blunt, you know. Places like Kooyong may well fall. If it's not this election, it might be in coming ones, but the Liberal Party has to focus its efforts on outside of the city, at the suburbs and the regions, because that's where the new Liberal voters are.